Salutations from the stars! 'Tis I, the eccentric Professor Copperstein, and I'm here with not a science video, but instead with a DIY. Much like how I made my ray gun. However, this time, since it's gonna be Halloween soon, I decided the best thing to do is to talk to you about a nice little project I'm going to be working on. I'm making for my costume. My costume is I'm going to be a Cthulhu cultist, so I'm going to be making a Cthulhu statuette. Yes, I've read the book, and so I know more or less how it looks. I've drawn it, and so anyway, and for that I'm going to introduce you to some very special guests. My mother and my sister. Yep. So let's go on and go to Earth and meet them. So right, now this is what we got so far. Let's see, there's a little shadow, there we go. Okay, so right now it looks like you can double as a different type of model, but anyway, this is where we're getting closer to the legs. This is what we got so far. We'll have wings soon. See, how do you like it, Ulfgar? He likes it! It's right there, okay. Don't touch it, Ulfgar. It's not dry yet! Alrighty. Okay, is that the... Nah! Okay, so... Alrighty then, we're like halfway there. I gave him angry eyes. Ulfgar's really digging it, isn't he? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, he still has an awful voice. I'll think of a better one. Yeah. Yeah, so we still have to put wings and we still have to put tentacles. And then we'll spray paint him, and then I'll put LEDs in his eyes. Red ones to give him the real evil look. There we go, and then after that, we'll be ready for my costume. Yes. And now we have the final product. Yes. Look at his eyes. They glow and they fade in and out. Now we have skipped a few steps when it comes to building him. I was gonna make this a DIY, but I kind of didn't plan it through. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to my spaceship and I'm going to show you how I make the eyes glow. Hey Ulfgar, you digging it? Of course, Ulfgar's digging it. Okay, so this is more or less the... okay, this is an experimental sketch I always have. It's always blank, and so here's how I'd made mine. Okay, so first and foremost, you're gonna want to pay attention to the pins. I personally picked pin number 5 for no reason whatsoever, except for the fact that it's PWM pin. There's other PWM pins. Anyone you can use. There's pin number 3, 5 and 6, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, so constant integer. I named it eyes. Okay. Any PWM pin would work. Yeah, it's a comment. Okay, so next integer I. Since we're gonna be working with a for loop in this segment, so that being said, let's go ahead and put in the pin mode. Eyes is output. Okay, now here's how I did it. For now, oh yeah. Start off with I being equal to 0. Okay, now for I, we're gonna start it off as with 0. So I is greater than or equal to 0. And now, since we're working with PWM pins, it's an analog. Signal. In fact, I have a video on that. So, as much as you will want to use 1023, well, that's really just gonna cause you to divide into 4. So, it's best to use 255 on this one. So, less than. For I is less than 255, and then I plus plus. So that's how I got my minutes. And so next so now we've established the index for the for loop, and so the next part we want to do is actually program that analog write i's I. Delay for 15 milliseconds, and then continue on the loop. I equals I plus 1. Now, since I like to make it ominous, so what I did when that ends, I'll put in a digital write I's 1. Now, we've already went from I being equal to 0 up and up and up and up and up and up until I equals 255. So by that point, it should already be fully bright. That's how mine works for some reason. Let's see, so, and then once it goes there near to 255, then you can have it the for loop end. So, and then you can put digital write I's 1 or just high. Yeah. I personally use zeros and ones instead of highs and lows. For low being 0, high being 1. It's just more simple. It still works, it's just more simple. Okay, and then of course a delay of 1 full second, which is 1,000 milliseconds, in case you didn't know. So, yeah. Next, once that ends, it's gonna be fully bright. So then, when that happens, you want to go backwards. For I is less than or equal to 255. I is greater than or equal to 0. See, now it's opposite. See, greater than, less than, greater than, and 0. I minus minus. Okay, so minus, and then you put that, and so you want to analog write the same shit. Yeah, just the same shit. It's I on eyes. See, now you see why I put that other eyes. My humor sucks, but yeah. And then I equals I minus 1. So there you have it. And then, oh, don't forget, delay 15 milliseconds. There you go. So then we're back to that point, and then so digital read eyes low. Delay 1 full second. Finish. So there you have it. So that's more or less how I did mine. It's super simple, really. So anyway, since Arduino is open source, it's easy to use once you actually have the training for it. So if you're gonna try something like that, I'll allow you to. It's open source, so you can do it too. See, I hope my camera isn't... okay, it's good. Okay, so that's basically what we have here. Okay, so right there in the... Huh? There. There we go. See? There we go. See that there it goes from 0 to 255 and 255 back to 0. See? So that's how it works. Okay. So that being said, yeah, what I was gonna say earlier, that if you want to, you can mess around with the programming. You can make the delay longer. You can make it shorter. You can even use I used a red LED. Since the video is black and white, you can't tell. But well, I already put the video on my subreddit, which you're about to see soon. So, whew. Okay, here it is. So, okay, so this part here is going to be in color, and so, yep, that is my Cthulhu, and that's my subreddit. You're welcome to join. But seriously, no Nazis allowed, okay? Yeah, so that is my props. So, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Do also check out my other videos, and remember, even when the holiday is just once a day per every year, there's always time for science. Say goodbye, Elfgar. I'm Professor Copperstein. Hasta luego. He looks awesome, doesn't he?